Hello and welcome back. I brought in my copper beech here to give it a bit of a pruning up. As you see, it's kind of got some long shoots shooting off, so we'll just give it a bit of an autumn pruning. I also want to treat the trunk here where there's a bit of a hollow in it. We'll put a bit of lime sulphur in that just to protect it from bugs and things. So yeah, it's lost all its leaves now, except for one little tiny one up here. So we'll give it a bit of a pruning. So I'll bring the camera in closer so you can we'll concentrate on the branch structure first, and then we'll have a look at the trunk after. So hopefully now it's quite tight in here for space. We'll see what we can do. Especially bigger trees, longer, taller trees. Alright, so I suppose we'll start at the bottom, work our way up, and see how it goes, see what we need to get rid of. Okay, so we'll start in this branch here, and just looking for some buds. There's one back there, so we'll take this one back. This one, and let's take that one back to there. No, we'll take it back to there. Clean up this dead stub. Like that. Dead stub sticking out now, we can clean off. Branch isn't too bad, it splits into two, then it splits into two, and then it splits into two again up here, so that's not too bad. This one's okay. I might just take off the end bud, take these back to here. That one's not too bad. This one looks all pretty okay, and maybe take this one back to this bud back here. Let's take that top bud off. Yeah, I've got this long shoot here, we don't want that, so take that one right back. I'm going to take this bud off the top of this one. Encourage lower buds to come out, so that one going straight up. This one, it's got a couple of buds, got some lower buds down there. It'll be okay for now. These can all be pruned again once the new foliage is kind of hardened off. Next spring, this branch will kind of leave to grow out a little bit. Then we got this one. Again, this front branch is growing really strong. I'll take him right back to there. Let's take out the dead stub. Dead stub here too. There's one there, but it's quite close to a bud, so I'll leave that one. This guy is okay. This one staggered quite nicely. Again, we'll just reduce back the end bud off. Just to encourage buds further back. This guy. It's not too bad. This one, I've got some pretty strong buds out the end here. Yeah, we can probably reduce this one anyway off. And this guy, take out that dead branch there. Might be better with that. Look at sharper snips. These guys would do the job a little bit better. A bit smaller to get in. To clean out these little dead stubs. This one we got a couple of branches here. Maybe lose this one. Just keep that one behind it. On that, that branch now looks pretty okay for now. So I'll move up to this one. Okay, that bit there. Got 1, 2, 3 buds on this one. Take it to there. That one will be a sacrifice one. We'll keep this one growing. Put inside there we don't want. We do have again a couple of branches back here, so I'll take this one off because it's opposite to this main one. This guy will reduce back. This guy, we kind of want the bud to come from here, so I'll take it here so this bud grows, and this one then we'll take that sacrifice one off in late spring. Here, it's not too bad. Okay, so moving along, we've got a branch on the inside here, this curve, so we'll get rid of that one. Again, we'll get rid of the end of that. Dead bit off that. A dead bit there. Back here we've got, what have we got? We've got this long branch on top of a double branch underneath, so we'll keep the one with the 2 buds underneath. Dead stub. This one is not too bad actually. Maybe we'll just take these 2 off the end and grow these ones. This guy splits into 2. Seeing there's going to be any buds on this, we'll go to there. I think there might be buds there. Okay, we got 2 here and they're kind of crossing each other. So we'll take the tip off that one. Grow this one out. We've got to decide here. It's one or the other really. Well, this branch is definitely getting too long. So we'll take that back to here. Reduce this one back, take off the end bud. Then I'll take out this inner one. That. Okay, this branch, dead stubs, take off this big bud at the end, dead bit there and there, the rest of them should be okay. Okay, so moving up, this one, there's one here on this branch in here, you see it there coming off. Sure if I want that one or not, but it's quite small. We can leave it for now and we can see when it starts leafing out. Maybe we'll grow a branch back here with it. Okay, so it's starting to get longer now as we go closer to the apex. So we got this one, again very long, a bud here, bud here. There's probably buds back here too. I'm going to go back to here, to this bud. This guy's very long too, so I'm going to take this one right back to here. This one's kind of grown straight up, so I'm going to take off the top bud and see will it push outside ones. This one is still quite straight. I'm going to take it back another bit. We've got this one sitting on top. We'll take off the one going straight up, and I'll just take off the end bud off and see if it pushes out some side branches or not. One underneath we can maybe let grow because we can bring that out. You can see it there. I don't know if you can see it, this one, but we can always bring this one out into this gap here and it grows a bit. Dead bit up there. Again, same with this one. Just take off the end bud and it'll push out something out the sides. This guy up here, really do that one, you just get rid of the bit of dead stubs off it. Okay, so as we're moving along, we've got this little branch here. It's kind of a nice knot branch, but it's kind of interfering with this one a little, but we could bring that one in slightly like that so it's away from this one. Yeah, might do that. So we'll leave it for now, and then we can wire that. We can wire that just in a little bit. Okay, so we've got lead stub. Checking out this one, we kind of want to start shooting out this way, so we'll take off that bit. That's the rock, okay. I'll just throw a little bit of wire on this little branch here, so you can see there, this one here. I don't want to lose it because it's in a nice place, and that it just needs to be brought away from this one. I don't want to chop this one off either because this one's interfering. I just need to bring this one down into here. So we'll just stick a little bit of wire on it. Just to hold it down. Again, using a kind of heavy enough wire that won't scar as easy. Could use a finer wire on that, but don't mind. They can scar quite easy, and when they do, you can see there's a lot of old scars on this. They're nearly gone now, but it had quite a lot of wire on it when I was bending it down, creating just kind of something a little bit different. Okay, so now we've got this guy, got a big long shoot here. We don't want this one, so we're going to cut him right back to there. There seems to be good. Just bring it back a little bit. There. This guy's going up too much, we'll get rid of that, and the same with this one. Take it back to this bud here. Now, back part of it. Again, too long. Dead bit. Take off the end. Dead stub. Just nip off the two end buds off that one. This guy's not too bad, looks okay. This guy back here, again, not too bad. So they're okay. We can grow out these buds, and then when it's growing next year, when it's hard enough, we can take them off, prune it back, and these lower buds then will pop. Okay, moving up along. So we've got this branch here, which definitely needs reducing. So again, we'll take it here, so this bud grows, but we'll actually be taking it back to these shorter buds back here. This guy we're going to take. We'll just have a look. This is very straight. I'm going to take this one back to here. I think I'll take this one back to here. Like that. I'll clean out that bit. Dead bits on that one. And then on this one. We've got a branch inside here which is kind of crossing back over, so I'm going to take that one out completely. I think if you can see that, I'll just show you that one. This branch here is kind of crawling back over the top of this branch, if I'm showing you that in the right angle on that. This one here, I think we'll get rid of that one completely. I'm going to have to lift the camera a bit now because we're getting up to the top, so let me just get something to stand the camera on. Hard to work on big trees in here because it's such a small shed. Okay, so where were we? Here, just prune that one off. Little guy will leave. This one up here, again we'll get rid of these dead bits. Now we have this guy wire on the back here which is holding this branch back. So let's just check that now, see has it done its job. It up and check how much it's going to spring forward, if at all. It seems to have done its job, so we can kick that one out now. Okay, so we're moving along, coming along the front branch. Get rid of that dead bit there. Take that one back. And these are getting way too long up here now, so I'll take this one right back to here. I'll actually take this one off completely. Keep these two other ones. This one we'll just take the end bud off. This guy, take back. This one, back to here. I'm going to take that one off altogether as well. Got this branch growing on the trunk here. I think we could just bring that one down a little bit so it's not interfering with the one above. So again, let's get a little bit of wire for that. Okay, this will be strong enough, not too short. So you got to basically bring down the branch a tiny bit. Something like that for now. Just stopping it from interfering with this one. That will do. Okay, so moving up. this little one here, we're going to look at this little tiny caterpillar on the end of it. Moving up here now. It's okay, this one will reduce. These ones now we're going to have to kind of reduce a good bit because this is where all the strap goes. Take them right back. That one right back. Some back here. That one right back. Go right back with this one. There with that one. Okay. That's still under here, get rid of. I think we're pretty much done now. Everything looks pruned up enough. Like I said, it's kind of autumn pruning. We'll give it another pruning once the once it's has its new flush of growth. But let's tidy it up a bit anyway. This used to be obviously a lot bigger tree, and this was, I cut off the whole top of the tree and just grew this bottom branch just to do something a bit different. I have uprights, beeches and stuff, so it's just something a bit different. It's a bit gnarly and stuff, the trunk. So let's have a look at the trunk now. I've cleaned it out already. You can see there there's a kind of a, where it was obviously a branch broke off years ago. I just cleaned the edge because it had like a little lip which was stopping the water running out. So I'm going to paint that with lime sulphur, not for the case of having it white or anything, but just to it'll help protect it from bugs over the winter. So we'll get some lime sulphur. Knocking it off the shelf if we can. Always pour out about 10 times more than I need. Okay, little paintbrush. Where's my little brushes? Okay. So just give that a painting in there. Like that, it'll go white for now, but it'll go grey then after a while. It'll weather and just go kind of grey. I don't want it white in there really. But this is just, like I said, to get rid of the bugs out of there, keep it clean for the winter. There is a bit of a hole in it there, so what I'm going to do, I should have done it before I did this, but it's done now, is I'm going to fill that hole with a bit of Adam's putty, and that will stop water getting in there as well as stopping bugs getting in there. So I'm just trying to dig a bit of this out now. Fingers now a bit. And just pack that in that hole down there. That will help keep it clean, keep out the bugs, keep the water out of it as well. Just better wet this so it will just stick to it. And now at least it won't let the water in the hole. The water can just run down and run off it. So that should work pretty good. Okay, I think we're done. She's all ready to go back out. Let's put that back away. She can go out now for the winter. And next year I might put it in a bigger pot. It did okay this year, but I just think maybe, I don't know, I do like it in the kind of smaller pot, kind of sticking out over the here, and it's a heavy pot, so it's not going to fall over. So we'll see what we do come spring. Just before I go, I got a little set today in the post that I'd ordered, and it's, you can see, if you don't know what it is, it's a tool for cutting foam. So we've got all the different fittings and things. So when I do I have a couple of pots that I want to make, and rocks and things. Got a couple of plans for over the winter. So I do them with polystyrene. So I normally cut it with a saw, and then use a blowtorch and burn it, and then I cover it in cement. But this will be good because I'll be able to use that to carve it out a bit easier. It'll be less mess than cutting it with the saw. It goes everywhere, and it'll be a bit more detail being able to add it. So I've got a couple of plans for a couple of pots for that. So that'll be a kind of winter project when the trees are all sitting dormant. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I think it's done enough, so we'll put it out on the bench. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the like button, all them kind of things if you enjoy the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.